taking on the Nets for the Hawks. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And for the Nets, we've got Tyler Johnson. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point.
No defense going to stop that throwdown by Capella right there.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Young looking it over. Pass to Hunter. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Here's Herter. He gets it in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Harden gets the bucket.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Inside. And the dunk by Capella.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Harden. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, I like the understated focus that Harden brings to the table. Despite getting knocked around, his concentration allows him to play through the bumps.
Free throw good, James Harden.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Young pass to Hunter. Here's Capella, guarded by Jordan. And it's Young, that time on the assist from Capella.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Harden, and Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Brooklyn making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And then for Atlanta, Alinari, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Williams in for Trae Young. Claxton with the bucket. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 1. Got a hand on it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Aldridge, and the dunk by Aldridge.
Good recognition that time from the veteran big man Aldridge. Nice job putting it on the deck and taking it to the hole.
And an intentional foul right there. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. And, yes, it's good.
You know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Passes it to Okongwu. Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
The Nets with the lead. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. .44 seconds left in the first quarter. Irving against Williams. A nice shot by Irving.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Now Williams. Out to the right wing. Okongwu dishes to Gallinari. Feeds it to Okongwu.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Williams against Irving. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Snell from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Aldridge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
Young with the ball. And the rejection by Harden. Snatched away. And now Gallinari pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Young with no one around. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Young's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
It's good.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
Young against Harden. Young drives in. Good on the shot. Young's got 9. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Snell kicks to Hunter. Pass to Young. From 8. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Harden outside. The 11-footer, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
And Young, here we go, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 9 points in the quarter. Nets trail by 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Snell, no good. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell. Irving's shot is good.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Young outside to the paint. And it's blocked by Jordan. And he gets it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. Capella trying to free himself up. And it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 15.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Green.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Irving against Young to the inside. Capella, the pass to Collins. Back to Capella, over Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Harris is checked in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Harris passes to Aldridge. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Clint Capella.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu-Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Here's Williams. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Love the decision making here. I mean, Sweet Lou knows he can beat his guy to the spot and then takes it strong.
Here's Irving. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Half. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 3 assists. And a little... And that's going to do...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and Nothing has slowed him down.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look. Feeling it, no doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
Herter passes to Collins. Here's Young. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
Here's Harden, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And last season, 86% from the line, so he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Williams in for Young.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Here's Harden. Collins with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Atlanta has possession. Now here's Williams. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Capella, the pass to Bogdanovic.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
And the jam by Harden.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Williams against Harden. Williams kicks to Bogdanovic. And there's the feed to Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And, you know, Capella has a big body, Kevin, and knows how to use it as he draws contact from the defense on his way up.
Some changes for Brooklyn. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 1.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Collins in the post. Griffin on him. Capella, the pass to Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Moves so well towards the rim. And when Collins attacks with that kind of ferocity, puts the defense on their heels.
And so Collins nails both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Here's Irving. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Atlanta making some changes. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Collins. Kevin Huerter comes in for Gallinari. Young is subbed in for Williams. Irving against Bogdanovich. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Young dishes to Hunter. Back to Young. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 9 points.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's Green. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Johnson. Here's Bogdanovich, and he banks in the layup.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Irving against Young. Here's Irving. Harris outside. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Over Young. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. Huerter passes to Hunter. Banked in off the glass.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. John Collins, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And here is Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. Irving can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Huerter, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Outside, Green. Outside, Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young with the ball. Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 21.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Harden kicks to Irving for 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Green against Collins. Young outside. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan comes to deny a shot. His size and reach give him a big advantage.
Here's Capella, and he converts the layup. And the Hawks lead by 1.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Harden. Trying to end the drought, and it's good on the way in. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Young dishes to Capella, and the basket is good. And that's 13 points for Clint Capella.
So good to see the role players stepping up in big moments. That's a big basket for Clint Capella.
There's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Now Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Young outside. And the shot goes in.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Bogdanovich is checked in. Irving looking over the floor. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is, unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
Young against Harden. Young pass to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Young dishes to Collins. And stolen by Harris. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's in!
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. And Tony Snell subbed in for Hunter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Moving against Young. 5 to shoot. It's blocked. He drops the first one, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropping. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And it's sent back by Hill. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for But traffic in New York City making it quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Howard. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Green, and it's Harris in at the power forward position. And looking at the Nets, we've got Harden. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a post.
Now, here is Harden. He feeds it to Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Brooklyn with the ball. 4-point game. Now Harden. It's stolen by Green. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And it's Simmons penetrating in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
And Harden with the stuff.
And when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space.
Here's Simmons. Here's Howard. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Jordan. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And with his struggles at the line, you need to hack down DeAndre. You can't let him get the shot off there.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Simmons, the bounce pass. Here's Curry, and Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Simmons looking around. Down low. Howard, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Green against Harden. Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And now the 76ers on the break. Harris with the ball. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Last. Woo. How can you not, Herb Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Simmons against Harden. Bucket is good. Harden's got 6 points. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden.
With broad shoulders and a solid upper body strength. Now, Harris is lethal around the rim.
1:03 left to play here in the first. Trying to get open is Johnson. Claxton with the bucket.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded by Johnson. The Nets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Not going to go that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Scott. Aldridge with some nice D.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Irving subbed in for Tyler Johnson. And the 76ers also making a change. Reedy's checked in for Harris. Now, here's Maxey. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Brooklyn, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas. Toby Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Hilton the pass to Scott, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. Tie game in Brooklyn. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin, Brown out there with Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Harden surveying the D. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now the 76ers on the break. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
Count it. Good. Maxi's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And that's an intentional foul. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Outside Irving. To halt the run, and he sinks the layup. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Here's Simmons. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards with size, touch, and timing he possesses. He's just a lethal concoction.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Nets with possession here. It's Brown with the drive. Moves back up. Outside Irving. Aldridge trying to break free. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he commits the intentional foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harris against Johnson. Harris kicks to Curry. And the 76ers get it back. He shoots again. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nets passing it around. Back to Johnson. Outside Green. On the wing Harden. 5 on the clock. Out to Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's Green missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
2 minutes. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
Here's Harden. Johnson, the second chance points on the tip in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? On the wing, Green. He feeds it to Howard. And he makes that one. Howard's got 8.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Simmons against Harden. Simmons pulls it in.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Green dishes to Harris. Back to Green. Harris outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. And the 76ers with some changes. Here's Harden. That one misses. Some solid defense from Reed.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Count it.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Harden outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, and for a guard, Harden does a ton of damage inside, especially how he gets these foul calls close to the basket.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's good on the putback. Reed's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins. Oh! I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And here now is Thibault. A putback, and that does it for the first half of play. 76ers ahead, up by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris is out there with Howard. Then it's Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Simmons in at the point. It's Harden with the drive, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Harden the pass to Green. Back to Harden. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Harris.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Howard. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Here's Harden. And ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
And Simmons slams it in.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Griffin's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Nets trail by 12. And Harden with the stuff.
Good luck in stopping Harden tonight. Another classic performance from the ultimate scoring machine.
The drive by Simmons. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Kerr. And the basket by Johnson. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Simmons passes to Howard. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 10 points for Dwight Howard.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The three from Harden. Kept alive.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to one shot.
And a new group in for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Brown is checked in for James Harden. And Irving subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. In transition, here come the Nets. A minute 50 left in the third. Here's the lob for Harris. Green with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And so they choose to intentionally foul. 1:29 left to play in the third. Irving for three. Gets a hand on it, and it's Aldridge on the follow. Philadelphia leading by 12. Here's Milton on the wing, Scott. To the middle, here's Reed. Back to Scott from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. The kick out to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Second shot opportunity, and there's the bucket as Irving finishes it off inside. Irving's got 6.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Reed dishes to Scott. Back to Reed, and stolen by Aldridge. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Luwawu, and the lead is down inside single digits. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And Griffin slams it in.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, but especially at the offensive end.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Brown out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Timeout called the 76ers.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Brown. Then for the 76ers, Reed comes in for Dwight Howard. And Mike Scott subbed in for Maxey. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Stolen by Harden. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
A shot by Milton, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 5. No good from Jordan.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Johnson surveying the floor. No good on that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Scott. Offensive rebound. Here's Reed. And it's in there. And the 76ers lead by 9.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in.
Look, when he's not killing you on the perimeter, he's doing it inside.
And Simmons kicks to Green. And they double up Simmons. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 22 points for Ben Simmons.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of flowing back into this.
Irving with the steal to the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The offensive rebound outside for Simmons. Tries again. Green with the rebound. Outside, Simmons. Launches it. Puts up a 3. Harden grabs the miss. Nets trail by 8. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Here's Simmons. Good D by Jordan.
Things can turn around in a hurry. I mean, can't they? Last quarter, he was lights out. All of a sudden, nothing's dropped.
Irving, good.
Irving continues to bury big shot after big shot. He just has a knack for stepping up in crucial moments.
Simmons against Harden. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
He is so experienced in these situations. I love seeing Howard welcome the chance to be the hero.
And there's the call on Curry. And that'll be his third foul so far. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. And Irving launches it from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the rock.
The drive by Simmons. Yes!
Oh, rising to the challenge. This is where young players like Simmons need to make their mark.
Irving way outside. Rebounded by Howard. Curry against Irving. Yep, that one goes.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And Irving launches it from deep. Another miss by Irving.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Simmons passes to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was... And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few. And as they...
Hey, Kevin.
Giroux. Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris. Harden out there with Tyler Johnson. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Now here's Johnson. Harris finds Jordan. Nets passing it around. Just 5 on the clock.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
They grab their own miss.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now here's Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez. The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
He hits the second from the line.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Harden. It's Solomon to Tacumbo. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Middleton with it, picked up by Harris.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
The pass to Harris. Kicks to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Here is Harden. following the basket by Chris Middleton. Here's Claxton. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Harden. Goes up again. Lopez with the block.
Lopez needs to hold down the fort on defense. An incredible wingspan to get that one.
And Giannis gets it to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Nets trail by 9. Harden outside. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Bucks also changing it up. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. Middleton can't get it to go. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Aldridge kicks to Griffin. Outside Irving. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, the Bucks miss.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
That shot by Griffin, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Griffin's shot is off.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Irving can't hit. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-3 run. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Irving. Tips it, and Griffin stays with it.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Now here's Giannis. He has 6. It's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Irving against Giannis. The kick out to Irving. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Middleton on the wing. The 3-ball. Drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 7.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
And Irving launches it from deep. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Bucks, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Nora in at the 3, the small forward.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
The rebound by the Nets. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Up and in on the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nets trail by 16. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Tyler Johnson comes in for Bruce Brown. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here is Harden following the basket by Giannis. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Harris. Harden's got 7. Bucks leading by 16. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And you could see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Here's Harden. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Well, it looks like he has put that rough first quarter in the rear view. He's starting to cook here in the second.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Pass to Portis. And he banks in the layup. Portis has got his first points of the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's Connaughton atop the key. And stolen by Aldridge. In transition, here come the Nets. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
He's covered by Irving. Pass to Portis. Makes it off the glass. Portis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Again, Irving missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Back to Brown. 19 seconds left now here in the second. Outside Irving. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got 7 points.
Just tremendous range from Kyrie. If he steps across the half-court line, you better have a hand up.
And they go to the intentional foul. The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Griffin. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A dominant. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the... It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 1... And that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
We've got DeAndre Jordan, Harden out there with Johnson. Then there's Harris, and it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Bucks leading by 14. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Jordan with some nice D. Harden against Holiday. Harden surveying the D. And the jam by Harden.
I like that from Tyler Johnson. Doesn't force anything, taking his time, navigating as a facilitator.
Giannis outside. Passes to Lopez. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Jordan. Harden against Holiday. Claxton with the bucket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 12.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Middleton against Harden. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Claxton's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 10 points for him. Middleton can't get it to go.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Jordan the pass to Johnson. The Nets working the ball around now. And it's Jordan with the jam.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Bucks leading by 8. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Nets with the new shot clock. Jordan. Harden outside. Back to Jordan. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
How about the determination from Middleton there? He was not going to let the D win that possession.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 6.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Giannis. That shot off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot him. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Now here's Giannis. 12 points for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it. One
thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here is Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. It's Harden with the drive. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. They need to avoid that.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 13, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
a split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Irving can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 12. Middleton outside. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Irving from long range. Aldridge kicks to Irving. Back to Aldridge. Shoots over Portis. It's off. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the point. Here's Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
It really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Joe Harris is checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Now, here is Harden.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Holiday against Harden. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nets trail by 14. Here's Brown. Giannis with some nice D. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Lopez. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Harris's shot is off.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Here's Green following the bucket by the Bucks. The kick out to Brown. For three, Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First one falls for him. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. And Nicholas Claxton subbed in for Jeff Green. And Brown drops them both. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Giannis inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the... And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From about 16, Middleton can't get it to go. Nets trail by 11. And a wide open look for Irving. And the Nets, another three.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
And here's Giannis, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. The drive by Giannis falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now here's Jordan. Harden outside, looking to get it going. That one a little long.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces. As it appears, it'll be a nice win here for Milwaukee.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And, you know, looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
For three, Middleton drills it from outside. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge.
Hey, Kevin.
You're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
So the Nets starting 5. We've got Green. Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. Collins passes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there. Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Left side, Collins. Back to Capella. Shoots the 3. That's good from Collins on the assist from Capella.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And Young kicks to Hunter. He feeds it to Capella. It's stolen by Johnson. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harden's got the ball. In the corner, it's Harris. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
Young outside. Capella dishes to Young. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Here is Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Now, here is Young. Down low, here's Capella, and Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Williams against Harden. Williams passes to Okongwu. To the right side. Clock at 6. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Williams gets the bucket.
Using the big to create space, something Lou does exceptionally well.
Harden outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Harden's got 12 in the game.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And Williams, here we go. Okongwu kicks to Williams. They get it again. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Yep, it counts.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it.
Nets leading by 3. Harden dishes to Aldridge. And that one is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. Here's Okongwu. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Here's Harden. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And so both teams. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Johnson. Then there's Brown. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Lou Williams. And Young, here we go. Count it. Young's got his second basket of the game.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
And Harden with the stuff.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Young outside. In the corner, it's Hunter. Capella with it. The feed to Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Trae Young again. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Brown. Rebounded by Capella. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Floats one. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Harden. It's deflected. Here's Griffin. Moves back up. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I'll tell you, that's the one thing. Hustle. Blake just outworking everyone to the ball.
Harden against Young. Inside. And here is Hunter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. On the wing, Brown. And the pass to Griffin. Back to Brown. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Hunter, the pass to Capella. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Harden surveying the D. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Young outside. Gallinari in the corner. Pass to Capella. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. Tony Snell comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogan Bogdanovic. And it's Williams in for Young. The Hawks leading. Snell, the pass to Capella. 1:05 left to play here in the half. Pass to Snell. Kicks it out to Collins. Keeps it alive, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And Capella sends it back. Fast break, the Hawks. Collins finds Williams. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 4. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Green. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lobbed up there for Collins. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Now Capella. And taken away by Johnson. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. And Gallinari, a guy who maybe should have gotten more All-Star votes. Check. And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Huerter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the points. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Young drives in. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Kyrie Irving. Here's Young. He's got 14. To the paint. Here's Capella. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
All free throws good from Capella. Nets trail by 9. Irving looking over the floor. Over Young. Another miss by Irving. The Hawks shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. With some arc, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 16 points.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Irving dishes to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Williams against Harden. Williams passes to Okongwu. Here's Green, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now here's Williams. He has 6. 1:52 left in the third. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Harden against Williams. It's Harden with the drive. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Bogdanovich inside. Johnson on him. Shot clock at 3. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. But they'll get another chance. On the wing, Williams. Kicks to Okongwu. And the rejection by Harden. And there's another turnover by Atlanta. .54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Williams with the block. They retain possession. Takes the 3. Johnson wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And Okongwu slams it in.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
Nets trail by 8. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. Bucket is good. Williams has got 8 points.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Oh,
yes.
Goodness. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Harden out there with Tyler Johnson. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the fourth. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first free throw is good. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Gallinari. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams. So he gets them both. The Hawks leading by 4. Young with the ball. From down low. And it's good off the glass.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Atlanta with the rebound.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And here's Young. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Good. And now an 8-point Atlanta lead.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Collins. First one falls for him.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Tyler Johnson. In the corner, Collins with it. Harden against Young. And they pick up 2. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Here's Harden. That one off the back iron and out. The Hawks leading by 8. In the corner, Herter with it. Young finds Capella. Outside Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Young inside, covered by Irving. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
When DeAndre is going up for the dunk, no one is stopping him. He's one of the most powerful dunkers this game has ever seen.
Young dishes to Collins. And Young, here we go. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving's got the ball. Claxton tries it again. It's not going to go for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Collins against Irving. In the corner. Herter with it. Traps in the tray. And the Hawks lead by 9.
I think we'll be watching this play for many years to come. Herter off the catch.
The 3 from Harden. Harris outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Atlanta leading by 7. .144 left in the game. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. From deep three-point range, Young no good. Nets trail by 7. Irving passes to Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass.
Kyrie has done it again. He loves the big shot and the big moment.
1:05 left to play here in the fourth. Right block shot, and the jumper is on the mark.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Kicks it out to Harden. Harris outside. Young against Irving. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Herter. Here's Atlanta now. They lead by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Capella trying to free himself up. The kick out to Young. Back to Collins. Young looking it over. Back to Collins. Out to the right wing. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Irving way outside. And the Nets miss again. And so the Hawks take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA. It's all you.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. We've got Harris. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. And for the 76ers, they've got Simmons. Tobias Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's blocked. A second chance effort. And Simmons with the layup. The Nets on offense. Harden with it. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Another shot, Claxton, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
Yeah, GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Harris, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Here's Harden, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
And, Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Plays it up and banks it in.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And stolen by Jordan. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Back to Johnson. There's the lob to Harden.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
It's stolen. Johnson down low. Curry meets him. Misses the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Simmons slams it in.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Harden with it, and it's Howard picking him up, and that one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Simmons, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 3-pointer. And Simmons with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
That gives them the lead.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Maxey comes in for Ben Simmons. The Nets also changing it up. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Brown in for Tyler Johnson. And oh, here we go. Here is nobody back. And it's denied. And here's Maxey. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Danny Green. Out to the wing. Here's Griffin. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's Scott. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Griffin, Harden out there with Brown, and it's Green, and it's Aldridge in at center. Here's Maxey. A second chance effort. Pass to Milton. From 8. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded closely, and he comes up with the deuce.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Johnson surveying the floor. Aldridge controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Aldridge has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Boy, I like the work Aldridge did there. Good hustle. Nice job getting good position.
The drive by Simmons. Count that bucket. Simmons got 12 in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Aldridge. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Dwight Howard's checked in for Mike Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And Curry subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. And stolen by Simmons. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Curry.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
They get it back. Here's Jordan. Some solid defense from Harris. And so Green will bring it up for Philadelphia. Curry attacking. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Johnson against Simmons. Here's Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Oh, good on that one.
You know, Jordan, to me, is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
Nicholas Claxton. Oh, that was terrific.
Good. Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Johnson inside. Guarded by Simmons. Johnson's shot is off.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
It's stolen by Johnson. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
The turnovers keep coming. It's been a pretty sloppy start to the game for them, but they're still in the driver's seat.
And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's James Harden in for Tyler Johnson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Love the ferocity. Heck, that's one of my favorite words, ferocity. Harden, excellent at accelerating and decelerating. That's the thing that makes him so tough. He can go fast, slow, or mid-range speed. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Milton with it. Brown on him. To the inside. Off target at the rim. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds. And that.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They... yeah! Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
The drive by Simmons. Here's Howard. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And the 76ers lead by 5.
fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Down low. Howard trying to free himself up. Nets trail by 3. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And it goes down 2 points. Curry's got 8 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Green. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan.
And, you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
Maxey passes to Howard. Nets trail by 5. Here's Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And stolen by Harris. For the tie. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harris drives in.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 5. From 13. Bank shot, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And slam dunk by Harris.
You know, sometimes it's that simple. Just get it up in the air and let Harris do the rest of the work.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Green, and it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Johnson kicks to Brown. Tries again. Aldridge trying to break free, and it's Brown missing. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Harris. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. From deep. And it's Brown missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Scott the pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
It's tipped. Here's Johnson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, and he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes in there. Maxi's got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And so it's Philadelphia, 13 points up at the end of the period. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Philadelphia leading by 13. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Harden out there with Brown. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green, and it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Brown, good.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
The drive by Simmons. Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Howard's checked in for Korkmaz. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu is checked in for Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Irving. Brown trying to free himself up. Here's Griffin. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Harris.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score. Attacking that offensive glass.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint.
And you look at Harris, he's really improved as a scorer. He's become a go-to option due to how efficient he is putting the ball in the basket.
Irving way outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Harden in for Bruce Brown. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Howard dishes to Simmons. Back to Howard. Outside for Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. Nets trail by 14. Here's Claxton. The shot will not fall. Simmons with the defensive effort. Harris up top, guarded by Harden. Offensive rebound, out to Harris. Over Harden. They get the rebound. Harris outside. Outside Curry. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Good on the shot.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
1:19 left in the fourth. Howard, the pass to Curry, over Irving. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Off target with the open look. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the 76ers.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ben Simmons.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
DeAndre Jordan knows a big part of his job is to gobble up rebounds. That time, an angry putback from Jordan.
Harris outside. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Over Harden. They kick it out to Green. Howard, the pass to Curry. His three-pointers off the mark. Now Harris. And Harden launches it from deep. Count it.
And Harden right there demonstrating why he's a top-tier scorer.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. So the net starting five. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable pop-up. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Now here's Lopez. Here's Giannis. It's blocked. Harris outside. He feeds it to Johnson. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Yeah, Tyler is one of those guys where we talk about toughness, and you can see why.
DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Harden's shot is off. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. In the corner, Middleton with it. Lets it go with a 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Johnson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's Johnson, left side Jordan. No good on the shot, and Milwaukee the other way now. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Now DiVincenzo. And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And the Bucks with some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Brooklyn, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bruce Brown in for Johnson. And Giannis throws it down.
Middleton's got such a great wingspan. That comes into play on steals just like that one.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Connaughton. And Tucker kicks to Giannis. Aldridge against Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Giannis. And he recovers it. And it's Aldridge missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Green, and the rejection by Giannis. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Here's Irving, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost, and when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
Aldridge against Giannis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. Right side Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
And he's good on the second. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 8-point game. And that one, good. Giannis has got 17.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That's good from Forbes. Both free throws good from Forbes. Nets trail by 12. Now Irving passes it to Griffin. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Here's Irving. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. He's got 5.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trauma.
Being able to go through adversity and come out.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Johnson in at the point. Now here's Brown. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's good on the putback. Griffin's got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
Yeah, offensive rebounds are about effort, and Blake Griffin showing it there.
Middleton the pass to Portis. Over Aldridge. And the Bucks miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Griffin goes in, and Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Bucks leading by 8. Portis with it, picked up by Harris. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Milwaukee, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Aldridge. Brown's got his first 2 points.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Brooklyn. The pass to Lopez. The putback. Giannis on the follow. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and ball falls right into it.
Irving for 3. Here's Jordan trying to get open as Irving. And they get it back. Bucks leading by 6. Here's DiVincenzo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Holiday attacking. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Connaughton kicks to Holiday. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 6. Here's Claxton. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for Brooklyn, Green comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I'll tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Here's Green, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Giannis kicks to Forbes. Connaughton passes to Lopez. And no good that time. Good D by Jordan.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Now here is Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Lopez, no luck.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
It's Harden with the drive, and they take the lead. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
To stop the run. Antetokounmpo, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Goes up, and the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. In the corner, Middleton with it. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Middleton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harden scanning the floor. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And a close game so far through the...
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in its center. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Now here's Johnson following the miss by Giannis. Harden's shot is off. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on. Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
The Nets with the lead. Harden outside over Lopez. Lopez with the block. Here's DiVincenzo, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Irving's checked in for Tyler Johnson. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Giannis. 22 points for him. Lopez with the steal. Here's Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. Doesn't want to give up any easy baskets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Lopez.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Irving. Off target with his 3. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Right wing. Bucks passing it around. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Claxton. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Harden the pass to Irving. Here's Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's a 5-point Nets lead.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And he commits the intentional foul. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Now here's Middleton. Lopez outside. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Middleton. Not a lot of room. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brooklyn leading by 5. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And a wide open look for Irving. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bucks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. To the middle. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Kyrie's so awesome at finding ways to get to the free throw line. Not afraid to get hit on his way up.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And so Irving nails both of them. 56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Forbes and taken away by Brown. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Middleton. They get it back. Here's Tucker. And the layup falls.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Irving. 13 points in the game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Brown outside. Pass to Aldridge. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Aldridge has got the lead back up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
It's an underrated strength of LaMarcus Aldridge, able to power in the shot even when being fouled.
And Forbes kicks to Middleton. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow! And so it's... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Griffin is out there with Green. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the center filling out the middle. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Portis. Now here's Johnson. D right on him.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Tucker finds Middleton. Basket good.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Way to get that one up quick.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Tyler Johnson. Now here is Irving. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 24 points.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Harden dishes to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
Holiday looking over the floor. He dishes it to Lopez. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be on James Harden.
Man, that's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Harden the pass to Irving. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. Holiday finds Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
That's attacking the rack. Antetokounmpo on the take. He muscled his way in.
Taken away by Holiday. To tie it up. He lays it in. Holiday's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Now here's Irving. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
Giannis up top. 9 feet out. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. A different look from Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Giannis, and it's blocked by Jordan. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Kyrie Irving is checked in for Brooklyn. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. 2 points. That one goes. Giannis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Irving can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final quarter. Great shooting down the stretch. And the rejection by Harden. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 21.
Well, Kyrie's resume in these kind of moments is full.
Giannis drives in. And it's blocked by Jordan. He blocks it again. Right side Irving. Good.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Giannis. That shot off. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
So it's the Bucks now. In the corner, Middleton with it. Pulls up on the wing. But they get it back. Back to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Jordan. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Claxton the pass to Harris. He kicks it to Harden. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Holiday gets the bucket.
That's the kind of player Holiday is, craving the opportunity to be the man in that situation.
Outside Irving. From deep three-point range. No good that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.